Yes. Hello, my beautiful friends. What an amazing day it is. Happy Saturday. Hopefully, your weekend is off to just an incredible start. We've got an unsealed indictment to go through today, and we're always excited about that. This one, of course, involving Gouveia, the so-called journalist who attacked a Christian church and then turned around and is now claiming he's a victim. It's a 14-pager. We're pretty familiar with what's inside because we watched it. A lot of it was all on video. So we went through that, but we're going to look at the indictment and then take a look at the docket because there are some interesting things here. In fact, the original people who got charged by criminal complaint now getting layered on with an indictment. So that charge that looked like it was gone because the judges said there was no probable cause looks like it's coming back. We're going to go through the whole thing. We got reaction to how Don Lemon appeared in court. Fox News has a little bit of a snippet on that. And some reaction from the White House, and Don Lemon was out himself crying about this yesterday and today. And so we're going to get into it. And then in about T-minus 30, my beautiful wife, Alexis, will be joining us to share some big life news, a big life update over here. And we're excited to share that with you in just a few moments. But we've got a little business to attend to, and we'll warm the tubes up. And then she'll be down here in just a bit. And thanks for joining us on this Saturday. What a lovely day it is. What's up, baby Lewis? What's up, Crystal Cats? I see Zoji is here. S. Quinn, what's going on? Oh, there's Tom Homan. Wow. So this is a new photo. Wow, I didn't see this one. This just came out of Minnesota, as you can see. Tom Homan's out there. He's taking care of the babies out there, right there. Ilhan, little Jakey Jacob. All at the Leering Center. Tom Homan looking good out there, rounding up the kids. So we're going to have some fun stuff to talk about today. And, of course, as you can see, we've got the indictment. So let's just get right into it and then see what's inside. Indictment against Don Lemon, now unsealed. And it's not just for him. You can see there's a list of other defendants who were all a part of this attack on the church, including Nekima Noxima, Levy Armstrong. She was the main ringleader in charge of the whole thing. Then we had Chantel Louisa Allen. She was kind of the number two, the larger woman who was in double handcuffs on the way in. Then we had William Scott Kelly, who of course is the woke farmer. This was the demonic-inspired individual screaming at the Christians in their churches, calling them fake Christians, making fun of their lattes and more. And then, of course, this one, Don Reynaldo, that's his middle name. That's perfect. Lemon. Don Reynaldo Lemon. Now, a couple of defendants were X'd out of this. They said, no cause here for them, so we'll just redact them out. But 3 others also got added to the list. So we started with 3. Then we got Don for 4. Then we also got Jamal Traherne and Georgia Fort. And yesterday on the show, we watched that video of Georgia Fort getting arrested basically in real time. I think she went live. Said the cops are here, going to jail. And this came out from a grand jury. Now, we often talk about charges or we'll say indictment, but it's actually a criminal complaint. And as we've talked about, there's 2 ways to bring criminal charges. One is through a direct complaint. An officer will just file an affidavit. I've determined as an officer that there's probable cause. Judge, will you sign off on this? A prosecutor agrees with me. Yes. That's how these all started. And when Don's complaint came down against him, 2 judges said there was no probable cause for him for anything. And so those 2 judges, Miko and Schlitz, should be feeling pretty badly about themselves for getting this so wrong, because a grand jury came out and said, oh yeah, there's pretty clearly probable cause, obviously. And so the indictment has now dropped. That's the second way that we get probable cause established. The police officer, in this case, an FBI or HSI person, said there's cause. Judge said no. They said, oh, okay, well, F you, judge. They went over to a grand jury. They said, well, what do you people think? And they said, oh yeah, obviously. Don Lemon is indicted. He's a criminal, or there is at least cause to move this case forward. Here's what we got. The city's church is a Christian house of worship located in St. Paul, Minnesota. And on the morning of Sunday, January 18th, 2026, we remember at 10:30, the church's pastor was leading the congregation in a liturgical service. And in that service, the church's pastor and congregation were then exercising and seeking to exercise the First Amendment right of religious freedom at their place of worship, a right that is also protected by federal U.S. code. So you have the First Amendment, the Constitution, and it's been delineated, explained, it's been codified and ensconced in the law. Just to be clear, because the First Amendment doesn't say what the penalties are for violating the freedom of religion and all that, so we expanded it. It's very clear. So after the service commenced, a group of approximately 20 to 40 agitators, including all of the defendants named here in this indictment, entered the church. There was a coordinated takeover-style attack, and they engaged in acts of oppression, intimidation, threats, interference, physical obstruction, all herein. And we also learned, maybe they'll get to it, that they had a woman break her arm racing out of the door. People have PTSD. There was a little boy, shooken in his father's arms. Now, as a result of Don and Noxima's conduct, the pastor and the congregation were forced to terminate the worship service. And this was a delivery of Christian services, salvation. And if you even think about obstructing the delivery of their sermon or their sacrament, in their case, it's called abortion, and you are outside one of their places of sacrifice and places of worship, and you block or impede that in any way, shape, or form, you go to prison for years. Joe Biden did that to many people across our country. So they fled the building out of fear for their safety. They didn't know if they were going to start blasting people. Other congregants took steps to implement an emergency plan. Young children were left to wander about. As one child put it, they thought and wondered if their parents were going to die. So we're charging them. Now, count one, conspiracy against rights. And we did see this originally. This was the original charge that the judges did approve for Noxima, the demon guy, and Chantel double handcuffs. So all of them already got this charge, but now this will basically supplant that. It will replace that, and they're going to get hit with all these charges again, except this time it's going to be a lot harder for them to defend them because these are confirmed by a grand jury. It's not just some random cop somewhere and some judge who just says, well, we kind of have these differing opinions. A grand jury came down. So here they say, beginning on an unknown date, we had this connection. All of these defendants were working together. We saw Don Lemon out there in the snow. He thought they were white MAGA people, and he thought, oh, no, that's my crew. Then he turned the camera off so that he didn't reveal sensitive operational information to the rest of the world. And if he was a journalist and he was just reporting on the facts, wouldn't he have disclosed all of the facts and just been open and honest about what was happening? But he wasn't a journalist. He was part of the operation. And if he was disclosing what was happening, then he would wreck the operation, which is why he didn't do that. So they all conspired and they all agreed with one another, and with other persons known and unknown to the grand jury, they created a plot, a plan to injure, oppress, threaten, intimidate the Christians in the Christian church in the free exercise and enjoyment of rights and privileges secured to them by the United States of America under the First Amendment and under U.S. Code, all in violation of the law. Now, here's how they did this. There's a conspiracy afoot. And conspiracy against rights, right? You have to have a conspiracy. So it's overt acts. It's one or more people for a common purpose or scheme. They have overt acts to achieve the object of the conspiracy. What is it? Well, they say that Armstrong and Allen, the main ringleader, Noxima, and double handcuffs, together with other persons unknown to the grand jury, they organized an operation. Similarly to whatever else is happening there in Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul, you have air tables. You have dispatch organizations, people being deployed onto the scene. They were just part of the same type of insurgency. They were targeting the church. They called it literally Operation Pull-Up. It's an operation. They promoted it on the internet via Instagram accounts. Now, all defendants met at a shopping center for a pre-op briefing. Armstrong and Allen advised the other co-conspirators, including Kelly, including Don, and this person, Lundy, Cruz, and Fort, and someone else about the target of their operation. And they provided instruction on how the operation would be conducted once they got there. Don didn't appear on this after the fact. Don was a part of the plot. Once at the church, all of the defendants entered the church to conduct a takeover-style attack. They engaged in various acts in furtherance of the conspiracy. Let's talk about them. Number one, in furtherance of the conspiracy, all of these defendants, including Don, they committed various overt acts starting here. On January 17th, Armstrong posted a flyer on 2 Instagram accounts. She controls these. One is called Racial Justice MN. The other one is called Nekima. They were advertising anti-ICE operations. They called it Operation Pull-Up. Come join us to fight back against Christians who are praying, telling fellow agitators to meet to prepare for the operation and exhorting them to be ready to mobilize. Then on January 17th later, similar flyer was also posted on the Instagram account. That's the day before this occurred. So then they're recruiting. Don probably follows her or something. Maybe she messages him and he's like, yeah, let's go do this. He's on the ground. So on the morning of January 18th, all of the named defendants gathered with approximately 20 to 30 other co-conspirators for a pre-operation briefing led by Armstrong, Noxima, and Double Handcuffs at the parking lot of Cub Foods. Probably had to get some breakfast on the way over there. So then over at Act 4, so they're plotting 20 to 30 people to attack the church. Then at the pre-operation briefing, guess who shows up? Armstrong and Allen and others, including defendants and Lemon, they all were talking about the target of their operation. Before they went in, Lemon was there. They were having their little powwow. And they provided instructions on what was going to happen and how it was going to happen, what their conduct would be once they arrived at the church. So then on the morning of January 18th, Don Lemon began live streaming his internet-based show called the Don Lemon Show, where he explained to his audience that he was in Minnesota and he was with an organization that was gearing up for resistance. We watched the video against the federal government and their immigration policies. And he took steps to maintain operational secrecy by reminding certain co-conspirators to not disclose the target of the operation, lest he wreck the plot. Then he stepped away momentarily so his mic would not accidentally divulge portions of the planning session, which is weird. I mean, if you're a journo and you're live streaming and your excuse for doing this is that you're bringing people the news in real time. No, I was just there when this all happened. I had no idea it was going to happen. How can you justify that when you are literally concealing information that a journalist, a real journalist, would reveal? Oh, wow, this is about to happen. I just learned this thing. I'm live right now. You're not contributing to the cover-up. So during a discussion with Armstrong at the pre-op briefing, Don Lemon thanked Noxima for what she was doing. He said, "You're so brave and heroic," and assured her that he was not saying, he says, "I'm not saying what's going on. You're awesome. I'm not going to disclose the target of the operation because I'm a co-conspirator, not a journo." Defendant Armstrong also explained that the Operation Pull-Up, she said it's also clandestine, big word for her, in which she and other agitators would show up somewhere that is a key location where they don't expect us, and we disrupt business as usual. In a church this time. That's what we're about to go do right now. And Lemon said, I know, can't wait to go attack the Christians. Lemon, dripping with excitement. He says, I'll see you there. So then over at Act 4. Before heading to the church to join his co-conspirators, Don Lemon advised his live stream audience. He said, quote, "We're going to head to the operation. Now, again, we're not going to give any of the information away because operational details would disclose where he and his co-conspirators were heading. Then we have another overt act. Before we're even in the church, at the pre-op briefing, Defendant Allen led other co-conspirators in chants. She says, okay, everybody, we're going to practice our screeching. Ready? They're like, yeah, sure. She says, we're going to say, this is what community looks like. Okay, try it. And they're all like, yeah, this is what community looks like. And then ice out of Minnesota. And then urged her co-conspirator, she said, this is a war. You have a duty to fight for our freedom, and you have a duty to win. So get out there and attack these people praying. Now, as the group prepared to head towards the church, directed her co-conspirators, she said, stay bumper to bumper, which is easy for her because she's large. Make sure everybody gets through the light. And confirmed everyone has the address. So gets through the light, like of salvation, into the seventh circle of hell, which is where they want to go, or through the street light. Don't know. Overt act number 9. Now, at the pre-op briefing, still not even in the church yet, Defendant Armstrong, Noxima, she provided instruction and operational guidance to her co-conspirators, including the following. She said, all right, listen up, insurgents. The first wave of agitators. This is how they talk because they think they're at war. And they are at war. And if our side is not realizing what the hell's going on out here, then that might lead to defeat, which we cannot allow. So the first of agitators in the first wave, they should enter the church in an undercover capacity. Okay, go in there and infiltrate like little moles. position themselves around the church sanctuary. And I wonder if anybody did that to Don Lemon, if he would appreciate that. If Don is sitting in a Christian church with his husband, the white guy, and then a bunch of people spring up to him and say, shame, shame, and start screaming Leviticus or something, what do you think he would appreciate that as an exercise of the First Amendment and welcome them to a conversation and position themselves around the church sanctuary? They should not sit together. They should not wear anything that is activist identifying. Now, those who had anything activism identifying should wait and come in with the second wave. So 2 prongs of attack teams who are going in one after another. Then over at act number 10. Now, continuing on the morning of January 18th, all of the defendants then got into vehicles and traveled with their co-conspirators to the church to engage in the planned takeover-style operation to wreck the services being delivered by the church. Now, I don't know why these people have not, why they're being, knocked out. While en route to the church, defendant blank, maybe this is somebody who works for Don Lemon. Maybe they're saying this guy's like ordered in on it. He was following Don. You could see that maybe Don's like, I think he's got some other guy who just like follows him around everywhere. And maybe he's being ordered in and he's just like begrudgingly following Don. So they say he didn't, he's just doing what his boss told him to do. So hit the boss. So that might be him, but told defendant Lemon that they had to catch up to the others. And defendant Lemon replied, let's go catch up, because he was still live streaming. Lemon instructed this guy, an unidentified male. He said, don't give anything away. Don't divulge information about the operation. And he told his audience, we can't say too much to you because we're part of this internal attack. We don't want to give it up. He's not reporting. He's inside. So then over at act number 12, now continuing on the morning of January 18th, the day of the attack, all of the defendants, together with their co-conspirators, they entered the church sanctuary, with the first wave positioning themselves among the congregants and the second wave, led by Armstrong, Noxima, and Allen, handcuffs, commencing the disruptive takeover operation, in which the first wave of agitators then actively joined. Now, as the pastor was just beginning his sermon, defendant Armstrong interrupted the service with loud declarations about the church. Noxima comes up and starts screaming, "This house has a director of ICE in here," indicating that the time for judgment has come. She is now God. Like, they literally think of themselves in a higher echelon. Like, they are God. Only they can save the illegals. They get to decide whether babies live or die. They get to decide whether you get to worship your God, because Noxima is God. Judgment has come from her. And then other co-conspirators immediately joined in yelling, and they're blowing whistles, and they wrecked the church. Imagine if you went in there and did that to an abortion clinic, their church. You're like, yeah, I'd like to, cut this thing right out of me. And then they're like, oh, perfect. Welcome in. Let's go take you back to the doctor. And then you pull out a live stream and you're like, oh, look who it is, doctor. Oh, a little baby killer, right? Something like that. And they start screaming, judgment is here for you. Judgment is here. Those people go to jail. They go to prison. They don't get to call themselves journalists and then escape federal law. Now, all of which quickly caused the situation in the church to become chaotic, menacing, and traumatizing to church members. Somebody broke her arm. While inside the church, then these maniacs, Armstrong, Allen, Kelly, this dude, Lundy, Cruz, some other person, and others, they led and joined their co-conspirators. They stood up. They started screaming, ICE out. Hands up. Don't shoot. Stand up. Fight back. And when you hear, random people coming into your building and saying, don't shoot, what are you thinking is happening at that moment? Don't shoot. Hands up. Don't shoot. You're going, what? You may know what the phrase is because that's their stupid little catchphrase. But many people don't understand exactly what that means. And so people are racing out. They're gesturing in an aggressive manner, hostile. Congregants and the pastor all believe these things to be threats and a prelude to a mass shooting. Now, while inside the church, Armstrong, Allen, Kelly, Lemon, redacted, Lundy, Cruz, Fort, redacted, oppressed, threatened, and intimidated the church's congregants and the pastors. They physically occupied most of the main aisles, obstructing and blockading them, and rows of chairs near the front of the church. They were engaging in menacing and threatening behavior, for some chanting and yelling loudly at the pastor and the congregants, and physically obstructing them as they attempted to exit or move within the church. Don Lemon was trying to like smell the pastor. He's like, get in here, get closer to me. He's like, get away from me. While inside the church, defendant redacted stood with other agitators in and around the main aisle of the church to intimidate. Why didn't this person get indicted? Weird. Lots of redactions for that person. Seems pretty active in the crowd. To intimidate the church members and obstruct and interfere with their freedom of movement, approached the pastor and the congregants in a menacing manner, and near the end of the operation, loudly berated the pastor with questions about Christian nationalism and Christians wanting to have their faith be the law of the land. No, we should just have transgender abortions be the law of the land. Yeah, okay, so while inside the church, defendant Lundy personally participated in the disruptive takeover operation with other defendants. He stood in the main aisle with others and contributed to the physical obstruction and the intimidation of the congregants, participating loudly in some of the chants. One of them was saying, ICE agent must be out, out. He's punching his fist in the air. They think they're so tough. Now, while inside the church, defendant Cruz, another person, personally participated in the disruptive takeover operation with other defendants. He stood in and around the main aisle with others, contributed to the physical obstruction and the intimidation of the congregants, and participating in some of the chants. And while inside the church, Kelly, the demon screamer, disrupted the service by chanting, "This ain't God's house. This is the house of the devil," he said. He went up to one female who was with two young children and demanded to know in a hostile manner why she was not involved in. Why are you not standing here and part of this operation? He was screaming Nazi in their faces, and he asked children, the congregants, do you know your parents are Nazis? He's screaming this at kids. They're going to burn in hell. And many on the left are defending this. They're saying Don Lemon's a journo and he should be able to go, and here they're so heroic and damn the Christians anyways. So Lemon told his live stream audience in overt act number 20 about congregants leaving the church and about a young man who Lemon could see was frightened, scared, and crying. He was so happy with himself because that's what evil people are happy about. When they can cause a child to scream, then mission accomplished for Don. And Lemon observed that the congregants' reactions were understandable because the experience, he said, was traumatic and uncomfortable. Thank you for those admissions, Don. Now, as the operation continued, Lemon acknowledged the nature of it by expressing surprise that the police hadn't even come here. He said, this is weird. How come the police didn't come? Well, because they want this to happen too. They're being ordered to stand down by Tim Walz and Jacob Frey. They admitted knowing that the whole point of this is to disrupt. Okay, that was their intention. He's not there to report. Don says the whole point is to disrupt. That's why he's there. He's not reporting. Now, while the takeover operation was underway, defendant Lemon asked Noxima, says, Don, who is the person that we should talk to? Is there a pastor or something? She pointed towards the front of the church. She says, well, yeah, maybe, but the pastor might have run away. With the other co-conspirators standing nearby, Don, this guy, and Fort, the lady we saw get arrested yesterday, approached the pastor and largely surrounded him. They just were all around him. We watched the video to his front and both sides, stood in close proximity to the pastor, and attempted to oppress and intimidate him. They physically obstructed his freedom of movement. Lemon was peppering him with questions and invading his personal space, which was disgusting. And while talking with the pastor, Lemon stood so close to him that he caused the pastor's right hand to graze Lemon. Okay, like the guy's like, bro, what are you doing? Then Lemon, the perpetual victim, turns around and says, please don't push me. I'm under attack. Because that's what they do. They increase the tension and then claim victim. Now, although the pastor told Lemon and the others to leave the church, Lemon and the others didn't. They didn't. They went out and kept talking to people, ignoring his request, not immediately leaving the church at all. And after causing most of the congregants to flee, some of the other defendants and agitators continued to chant. They said, who shut this down? We shut this down, all making admissions that they interfered with the worship. Now, as one congregant reported to responding police officers, some of the agitators blocked the stairs leading to the church's childcare area and made it difficult and hazardous for the parents to go even get their kids, causing some to take alternative routes to get into the church. Now, at one point, Don posted himself at the main door of the church where he confronted some of the congregants and physically obstructed them as they tried to exit the church building and challenge them with facts. Remember that one guy? We watched the video. Now, as a minivan full of children was preparing to depart, Defendant Kelly walked in front of the minivan, that demon kid, and angrily yelled at the occupants, and Armstrong and Fort, they stood in front of the minivan while Fort interviewed Armstrong, blocking them from even leaving. Now, all these defendants should also be hit with these counts. Count 2, FACE Act violations. You can't go in and impede the Christian worship. Saying all these people did exactly that. They aided and abetted each other. They used the threat of force, physical intimidation, interference, and more to impede the congregants, the clergy, the staff, who are all there exercising their First Amendment right. And it did result even in bodily injury to one of the congregants who broke her arm on the way out. And so all of this happened in violation of U.S. code, coming out, indictment now unsealed. And we're happy to see it. I think it's pretty obvious on its face that Don Lemon was not a journalist. He was part of it. He was there beginning, before, during, and after, and was privy to inside information that he could have reported about what was happening. If he was a journalist, he was on a live stream after all, but he specifically didn't report on things so that he could further the conspiracy, so he could show up, and now he's finding out. And so the docket looks like this. You can see some activity. We'll parse through it, but boom, indictment now unsealed. And what's so fun about this case is, guess who the judge is? Oh, Doug Miko, the same judge whose wife works for Keith Ellison, the same Keith Ellison that went on Don's podcast and said, Don, you're innocent. You'll never be charged. You're a First Amendment journalist. We love your reporting. Great job. And tried to exonerate him, right? Tried to set the narrative and set the tone so that nobody else would have criminal charges brought against Don. But then a grand jury of Minnesotans, by the way, reviewed the evidence, the presentation by the DOJ, and Doug Miko just got told big time. So he should have some self-reflection. He should go talk to his wife and say, honey, I'm an idiot. Your boss is an idiot. He should have been charged, and I'll try to do better next time. But he won't do that, of course. So he got handed the case again. He's the magistrate judge. This is assigned under another judge called Provenzino. And the indictment has now been unsealed. Some people were not indicted. I'm a little curious as to why or what their roles were. But the information sheet looks like that was not available. I tried to pull that. We had an oral motion to seal these things when it was originally dropped until they could get picked up. And that's what we've got. So Don Lemon has been indicted, and we were trying to get some idea on what the heck happened with his arrest and the court proceeding. Not a lot of reporting on this. I think a lot of it, they just probably, shoved him in the back door, which is appropriate. So he came out. He was released yesterday without bail after the court appearance in LA. Came out, made a bunch of statements, was showing up wearing a tan suit, came out, looks a little irritated. Collarless shirt, escorted into the courtroom without restraints. There were people in the courtroom with him. Guess who showed up? LA Mayor Karen Bass. She shows up. He's being attacked. That's what he looked like on the outside. He was charged with 2 counts, FACE Act and conspiracy against rights. He was in LA for the Grammys at the time of his arrest. His attorney came out with the statement. We read it yesterday. Now, a federal judge previously rejected his charges because he's a partisan hack, not a real judge. The DOJ then sought an indictment from Minnesota. Guess what? They got it. Wasn't even hard. Lemon then went viral earlier this month for live streaming the thing. There he is attacking the Christians, thinking he's a hero. Agitators disrupted the service. Churchgoers told law enforcement that they tried to get their kids and they couldn't even get them. Now, the freedom of the press blasted the arrest. 2 federal courts flatly rejected prosecuting Lemon because the evidence for these charges was insufficient. Nope. The jury thought it was perfectly appropriate. So they're all upset about it. CNN's upset about it. All the people in the media will continue to cry and say that Don Lemon is being inappropriately attacked. But we all saw what he did. The FACE Act is a federal crime, and no one is above the law, as they said to us many, many times over. And this is James Blair. He's the deputy comms person, deputy chief of staff, working under Susie Wiles. And he says, listen, CNN, media journos, it's not that complicated, okay? A federal grand jury indicted Don Lemon. He was not magically arrested. A federal grand jury indicted him. He was not magically arrested. Okay, pass it on. Just repeat it over and over and over because they're going to continue to lecture all of us that Don Lemon's a journalist. And we've seen here the litany of other people who were reporting, doing live streaming on January 6th. Steve Baker, Owen Schroyer, they got indicted and arrested and imprisoned. Same thing happened with James O'Keefe. And so the standards also apply in the FACE Act when the pro-lifers were out there. Speaking on behalf of pro-life organizations, they went to prison for 4 to 5 years. So Don, just the fact that you turn on your live stream doesn't immunize you. You can't just turn on your camera and then start murdering people and committing crimes and then call it journalism. So now repercussions are here. We're excited to see where it goes. We'll have some more updates and new filings next week as well. All right, but now, my friends, we have a life update. Woo! All right, so my friends, thank you so much for being here. Happy Saturday. Of course, we're going to get to your comments and some more. But while we're here, let me, if you haven't already met her, let me introduce you to my beautiful wife. If you have met her, you know who she is. Alexis! Dun, 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 dun. Come on in. Here, you can have the seat. I'll take that one.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah. It's a little better. That's for you. Over here, we're resituating in real time. And we got your mic. Okay, let's pull that up. Got to reconfigure the sitch over here. And we'll turn that up. Testing, testing.
Can you hear me? Testing, testing.
A little bit more.
Testing, testing.
There we go. All right, so my friends, this is my beautiful wife, Alexis.
Hi.
We just got married in October.
Yeah. So we're 3 months into this beautiful adventure.
We are, and it's been good so far.
Definitely. The best.
The best. Outstanding. And so we were explaining yesterday that we have a little bit of a life update and an announcement to share. And of course, we wanted to share it with you. And so would you like to take it away, my love?
Yeah, I was trying to think about this because we got married on our 2-year anniversary. So I'm like, oh, I've been a watcher, baby maker fan for like 26 months. And I know there's many of you that have much longer stints than that, which we're so grateful for. And I'm happy to even just be welcome to the family. However, I'm honored because I think I get to make the happiest baby. Oh, this way. I think I get to make the happiest baby of the Watcher family to be joining us in July 2026.
Ah, we have a new baby. So we have a new baby. We've been married 3 months and been together a lot longer than that, as she mentioned. But here we go. We have a new baby in the house. And so we've been married for 3 months and we already have a brand new baby. And it's July. What's the date?
The end of July. You know, people have been telling me it's like more of a due month because you don't know when the baby's going to come. No, the other way. There you go. Yeah. So we're due at the end of July. So I put on our baby announcements like red, white, and due, which I thought was just adorable.
That's amazing. Yeah, so we're super excited about it. And what's interesting is it's hilarious because we've also been talking about moving to DC. And so we're still on that track. And I know that causes a little bit of, concern because we want the baby to be around the family, but we've talked to our family about it and they're very enthusiastic about going to DC. Go to DC. This is the right time to do it. We're going to come out and travel. And so our grandparents will have plenty of grandbaby time. But what was so fun about this is the last time that we were here, we were talking, I think Alexis came on, we were talking to you guys about DC and about moving to DC. And I think that may have just been a members only stream or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was on a Saturday, the Saturday after our wedding, I think.
Yeah, but we were talking about going to DC and some of the comments in the chat were like, okay, don't go to DC if you're going to have a baby, right? Don't go at all. And we were not pregnant at that time. We were like, oh, that's good advice. It's another good reason to go. And then that afternoon, literally that afternoon, we found out we're pregnant. It was hilarious. We're like, wow, okay. So we're going to have to come back and explain exactly what happened on that because a lot has shifted pretty quickly. But that's the update. That's our life update, my friends. And we're very excited to share that with you. So July, we'll have a new baby. We've been, to the doctor a bunch. Everything's looking healthy and right on track. So thanks for letting us share that with you. And thank you for your support as we grow a human together.
Say you've been growing so many watcher babies, and you guys are amazing at that. Now we're over here like going to school as to what it's like to grow an actual human baby.
Crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. And the way it all went down, I thought like, there's no way, that we're pregnant already, because it happened very, very quickly. And we are. Took like 3 tests, sent it to my mom. She started screaming, called us. I can't even believe it. They're up here now. And so I think Joey also wants to come and say something here in a little bit, but we definitely wanted to share that with you. Man, I see some great comments in the chat. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. And thanks for letting us share this with you.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, out of the ordinary of what we do here, but we're very excited. And we have a lot of babies here, so we're excited to add one more. So thanks for letting us share that. And I see some great comments coming in. So my love, let us say hello to some of them and see what is happening out there.
Oh my gosh, that one's hilarious. Okay, not to like jump around. 3.5 babies in by now, and Rob never asked me out. Oh, I'm so sorry, Gen X Boomer.
32 months as a membo, Gen X Boomer. 3.5 babies in by now, and Rob never even asked me out. Oh, sorry.
It was a hard. Well, it wasn't a hard bargain for me. You came after me, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was pretty focused on what I was interested in, for sure. Good stuff. Oh, my friends, we have a lot of donos. Thank you so much for sending these in. All right, and so this is an appropriate meme on the story on the day. Right to jail. I think that was from, what was that from? Parks and Rec, I think, which was a very fun show. That was a good show. Right to jail. Straight to jail. Yeah, that guy. Hey, Don Lemont. We're waiting for a mugshot. I don't think we're going to get a mugshot, but that looks pretty good. Don Lemont, January 30th. Looks pretty good. We like that one. Hey, Savdi, what's up? Says puppies had their first snow. Recovery mode. Excited for the big announcement. Thank you for being here for that and joining us, Savdi. We appreciate that. Thank you for being here. And it looks like oh, there is the pup. Ah! And is that a...
So snuggly.
Cute as can be. And it looks like a cat or something is on him, or is that just
another puppy?
Another puppy. Amazing. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. That came in from Savdi. Shout out. Stay warm out there. Hey, Acoustic Theory says, remember, the left works by recruiting, and the left wins when they can recruit. Lemon's crocodile tears during the arrest were to give the left something they can use to recruit. This might be trouble. I exactly right. And this is, by the way, their playbook. They announce this essentially, right? They want to bring you right to the precipice, and then cause you to react. And then when you react, they claim to be victims. We saw this with Alex Preddy. We read through the manual yesterday when they want to create these flashpoints, and with the flashpoints, create a narrative that they can exploit. They're pretty sick. In other words, they'll let their people die just in order to have a narrative victory. Acoustic Theory says, understanding the left believes that when they have enough people doing communism, then communism is coming. That is their statement of faith from the pen of Marx himself. Yeah, and they also talk about the slow march through the institutions, right? So it's like a generational fight. It's not going to happen overnight. They need to go in and reclaim education. They need to go in and reclaim, finances. They have to set the culture of Hollywood. They have to set the culture of basically everything. And then there'll be this, massive kind of uprising or movement where we'll overthrow the bourgeoisie, and the proletariat will inherit the earth, and we'll have no classes, and everybody will be happy and well. But unfortunately, history shows that doesn't work out. And usually what happens is 100 million people died. That's not good. So Acoustic Theory, thank you for that. Thanks for the donos today. Yeah, some good comments. Acoustic Theory, thank you for these. NY Renal says, Cup Foods is the site of the George Floyd incident. It's a shrine for them. Oh. Yeah, right around the corner. They're all in this little area. There must be some like magnetic energy or something in that region of the planet. I don't know why everything is so crazy there. But yeah, Renee Good was right there. Then they just went over and we're doing the same thing with Preddy right around the corner. And the list goes on and on. I accidentally just got rid of our YouTube chat. There it is. Boom, we're back. So, now I'm going to lose it again. Thank you, Acoustic Theory. Now, here is the way to defeat the left. The left wins when they can recruit. The left, socialists, communists, same thing, different names. They lose when people see what they really want and they turn away. Yeah, right. And, I think unfortunately in America, we have not been doing a great job of encouraging people to become, capitalists or to love America, to have a stake in the system, to have a stake in free speech, to have a stake in the Second Amendment, to have these things, because people just don't have capital. They're not buying, home ownership used to be one way that people would say, oh, I've got capital. I own this thing. I can improve my life, build something for my family and all these things. Now, if you can't achieve that, why would you not turn to Mamdani and then just accept everything that he's willing to hand to you, to just give out to you? It's like a free handout. If you can't earn it and somebody's promising it to you for free, that's going to be more attractive, unfortunately. Rainbow Rabbit Hole. Man, thank you for that nice dono. All right, we're going to come back to that. Boiling Point Live says, as always, the left overplays their hand. No self-discipline, even for their own agenda. Liberalism is the philosophy of the sniveling brat. Yeah, I remember Michael Savage used to call it, he wrote a book called Liberalism is a Mental Disorder. And I really like that title a lot. Because honestly, a lot of it seems very suicidal to me. Like why do you want the R's and the PDF files living in your neighborhood? Why are you willing to go out there and put your life on the line to get killed so your kids don't have a mom, so that you're fighting for some illegal alien who is R'ing other kids, and then you're going to just kind of sniff your own scent and call yourself a hero? I think it's really, a lot of it goes back to godlessness. They have no other real source of power. So they have to create themselves as their own gods who have the ability to save lives, to save illegals, to save immigrants, to basically control society in their own images, because that's their worldview. Thunder Chicken, what's up? Hey, thanks for bringing the news daily. Thunder Chicken, thank you for the nice dono. And thanks for being here. It's really an honor. It's a treat. It's a privilege. Thank you for spending time with us. There's a lot to cover, and we're learning a lot here. So thanks for joining us. Acoustic Theory. When you arrest leftists, you have to arrest them quietly. They use the video as excessive force, perp walks, overreaction as material to recruit. 100%. Yep. And even you saw it, like Don Lemon, you saw it on video. He's like, please don't touch me. How are you don't touch me. Don't attack me. It's like, Don, you just invaded this guy's church and you're invading his personal space. And he's doing the same thing. He goes on all the cables. He's under arrest. He's going to be a martyr. Don Lemon is going to really, I think, enjoy this whole experience until he gets locked up. Loose the dog.
Until he has a prison sentence.
Right. Then it's going to not feel so good anymore. Loose the dog says, what do you think if the redacted names turns out to be feds or minors? Oh, that's interesting. Well, if it's feds, that's a big problem, because that would mean Trump has feds. Unless if there's feds in there, I have a problem with that, because the feds, we've seen the feds instigating other criminality, which I think is a problem. J6, the Whitmer kidnapping plot, like they don't need to set these things up. But if it's a minor, that's a little separate. Yeah, maybe it's somebody who's underage. I think it may have just been one of Don's employees. And so the grand jury may have been thinking that, like, they were ordered in there by Don, so they're just blaming the boss, not the employees. But that's interesting. Maybe feds, the feds are everywhere. Hopefully they're not doing what they were doing with Whitmer, right? And like creating the hoaxes and then prosecuting the people for the crimes. But I didn't see that here. Like, these people were highly motivated. They were doing it on their own. Acoustic Theory says, apprehend them according to process, by the book, with as little publicity as possible. They will feel the cost. It drains their resources. Yeah, I think that's... And maybe that's what they're trying with Don, right? I mean, there wasn't a lot of fanfare. We're not seeing, like, they didn't publish. Like, we saw, for example, the photos of Nasra Ahmed yesterday or earlier this week. Homeland posted a bunch of photos, but we didn't get any photos of Don. Maybe that's why. NY says, there was a shooting recently. Did Don Lemon know that, yes, this was dangerous? I don't see the left talk about the fact that he could have elicited a gunfight when he put their hands up. Yeah, well, I mean, you've seen other stories of other churches. I mean, there was, I think, a church in Texas where somebody shot and killed somebody. Somebody came in and was going to, like, attack the church, and an armed citizen shot that guy, right? And, like, saved the congregants. And there are other churches. I've seen some other like African-American churches. I saw a pastor from some African-American church say, come try that crap in our church. And I was like, hell yeah, that's right. So NY, thank you for that. Acoustic Theory said, read a summary of Alinsky's rules for radicals. Yeah, you can just find a list online as well. This is how they operate, and you can't effectively counter them without understanding that much. Right, you're right. It's almost like in martial arts. You know, when you're in martial arts or wrestling or grappling, it's like you'll push somebody so that they have a reaction, and then you flip them, right? You push them, they push back into you, then you flip them. It's almost like that, right? They're causing something to happen, anticipating the reaction, and then taking advantage of the reaction. Yeah, that, and they're that willing to start a civil war too. Like they're willing to go that far. And we saw that back during COVID. Democrats were like, yeah, no, you should have your kids taken from you. You should be locked down. You should be fined. You should be jailed if you don't get the jab to their liking. Off label, what's up? Since the rioters didn't immolate, this proves either the church isn't holy ground or the rioters aren't really demons. Well, yeah, I mean, bursting into flames is one option, but we can also save that until their time on this realm is up, and then they can just burn in hell for all eternity. Also, it's a good solution. Chubby, hey, what a shocker that yet again, the random case assignment system keeps giving these cases to the same exact judges. I guess they only have one in the entire county, maybe even the state. I know. And like Schlitz, the other judge, the chief judge, he keeps inserting himself in multiple ways. Just, he wants to continue to put his thumb on this case. It's rigged up there. NY says, Doug Nico, the judge, knows unfortunately he never will be a federal judge. He's radioactive and it really isn't his fault. If he went along with the arrest warrants, Dems would blue card him to the end of time. Yeah, so I think that's probably right there. They're victims of their environment in many ways. And they are doing what will keep them in good graces at their cocktail parties, at their dinners, at their kids' sports events, at the social clubs, whatever, right? They can't break the mold. Hey, Spuds is here. Says test trials were conducted by professional Jerry Nadler, who we've seen walking around underwear. That's an interesting comment. Yeah, that's an interesting comment. If you can smell it, then you're going to catch COVID, essentially. Nikki P, what's up? 31 months as a membo. Thank you, Nikki P. It's a long time. Says Schumer hammers Epstein. Me is greater than taxes paid. Congress is naughty fund. Congress does pay out, yeah, to settle sex claims, which is pretty shocking. So we pay to settle allegations about harassment against Congress people. I know. Wild times. Thank you, Nikki. Thanks for being here for 31 months. That's a long time. It's a long time. Multiple babies in the house. Thank you, Nikki P. Hey, RJ Spain. What's up, RJ? Says, wow, how did this happen? Robert, you were punching way above your weight. I know. You're talking about my beautiful bride? Tell me about it. I know. I've known that for a while, too. Thank you, RJ Spain. I'm a lucky man. Thank you. What's going on? Mr. Zancap. What's going on? 28 months as a membo. Is that a multiple of 9? I don't think so. But that is 3 babies plus some.
One.
Plus 1 month. Thank you, Mr. Zancap. Thank you for the assistance on the math, my love. 28 months as a membo. That's just awesome. Thank you for that. We also got Alpha She-Wolf, 32 months. Man, thank you for these. Congratulations to you both. The best gift ever. I know, we're very excited about it. And it's going fast.
My mom made a joke that this was our wedding present to each other. So it pretty much was.
It happened very fast. Very, very fast. Alpha She-Wolf, thank you for that. Thanks for being a membo for 32 months. That's multiple babies as well. Bodie, congratulations. Thank you, Bodie. Thanks for being over on Locals and celebrating with us here today. We really appreciate it. The Single Dads Club says Diaper Fund. Congratulations. Thank you, the Single Dads Club. Man, amazing. So you got some babies over there too, man. Shout out. Sounds like you're an awesome father. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. We'll use it. Hey, Gen X Boomer. 3.5 babies in by now, and Rob never even asked me out. I know. And I know I owe a lot of child support too for all the babies out there, but the checks are in the mail, so you'll see it soon. Hey, John McGarvey. Rob, they dressed Don Lemon in prison garb, which means he had to squat and cough. Just wanted to create a healthy mental image of Don squatting and coughing for those with active imaginations, just like me. Great, John. It's going to take a few hours for that to wash out of there. Need to see some more puppy photos or something. Thank you, John McGarvey in the house. Thanks for modding the fort down too for us. Hey, Not a Fed. Thank you, Not a Fed. Congrats, you two. Thank you very much. Not a Fed. We appreciate that. We don't want feds in here. But if they are in here, hopefully they're learning something. Thank you, Not a Fed. Congrats, you two. We appreciate that. Dark Rogue, thank you for this very nice one too. Hey, congrats to you both. You want to read it, my love?
Sure. I hope all goes to plan, and I wish nothing but the best for you both, and happy addition to your family. Thank
Amazing.
you so much.
You're awesome, Dark Rogue. Thank you for that. And thanks for being here. I know, we were kind of mysterious about the announcement, but not really. So thanks for joining us. Hey, baby shower registry link, please.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm still finishing thank you cards from the wedding. So I'm going to need a little time. Plus, we're planning this move to Washington, D.C., and we're trying to not get anything baby related until after we move. So I appreciate this, and I'm going to need a little time. And as soon as we have it, we will happily share.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll get that out. And and so a move update on that note, by the way. So we're thinking moving probably March is going to be the plan. We had a place that we really, really liked, like it would have been perfect for the show and everything, and it fell through, which is a bummer. But we're still on the lookout for other places to go. And the reason for DC really is just to kind of get on the ground. It's to get out there, to get into the mix of things, to kind of expand the network, see how we can help, really, see how we can be impactful out there. Go to the Supreme Court, cover the stuff at the DC District Court, go to Congress, right? Basically, just have a closer pulse on all the things that are happening. I feel like right now we're in this window of time with the Trump administration in that DC, like if we're gonna be able to make an impact in any way, like this is probably the time to do it. So that was the idea on it. And I know it's a big move, but we're thinking it makes a lot of sense. And of course, we've been discussing this a lot with you. And so thank you for your feedback and your input on that. But that's the plan. So probably March. We were thinking February, but we just couldn't get it in time enough. But the places we're looking at are going to be right next to the Supreme Court. So we can pop over there, check out the protest, pop over to Congress, go over to the DC District Court, in theory, do interviews, right? Start getting people to come on the show in person, do some deep dive interviews, do some man on the street stuff, kind of all that stuff. So, and there's a window. So just kind of go in, see how we can help on the midterms, see what we can do to, keep the White House in 24 or in 28, and then very likely bounce because it's Washington, D.C. So Zoji, what's going on? And thank you very much, Go-Ho Shane, for asking about that. We'll definitely get that going. Zoji says, very happy for you too. Thank you, Zoji. We're happy too, man. We're very excited. And I'm wondering how we can have the baby on the live streams, just like right here, running the mouse, controlling the mouse for us. Hey, Sev Russ for baby Gouveia. Sev Russ, thank you so much. Very nice dono. Amazing to have you here. Thanks for being a part of our community and for sending that one in. You're awesome, Sev Russ. Joe Maz over on Rumble. Thank you, Joe Maz, for being here. Huge congrats. Thank you, Joe Maz. Yeah, we're excited. Lou, there's the baby carriage. Congratulations. Hey. First comes love. What does it go?
First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a baby in the baby carriage.
But I'm dumb. Yeah, in 18 months, that's 2 babies. Lou Landry, thank you for that. Yeah, we're going to have to get a baby carriage too. Hey, Resin Waves by Veronica says, my son you remind me of is also having a baby. Hey!
Yay! Congratulations to them.
Yeah, congratulations to your son. When? I wonder when they're due. Then maybe we'll have some play dates together. Rub some dirt on it says, Diaper Dono, what's going on? Rub some dirt on it. Yes, rub some dirt on it. We're still working on the thank you cards. But we definitely owe you one, 100%. Rub some dirt on it. Thank you for that, man. Really nice. Thanks for being in our community. This is Galaxy Whirlpool, by the way. He sees the stars. Hey, Jason Who says Diaper Fund. Jason Who. Good to see you, Jason Who. Jason, like the JavaScript. Nice to have you here. Diaper Fund, $20 dono in the house. Thank you for that, Jason. Really nice to have you here. We're going to have a lot of diapers, I'm sure. Janner, hey, congrats. No quality Leering Center for baby G.
No.
No. And although if we were Somalian, we could open up a daycare and be billionaires.
Yeah.
One idea. Janky Grandpa. Hey, great news. I'm sure you both will be amazing. Yeah, we were talking about that with Mama G. with Mama G and thinking about all the things that we have to do and learn and get situated. But we're excited about it. It's coming fast. Hey, Rick D says Mugshot was released last night. Is that real?
That looks pretty accurate to that cartoon.
Is that real? I don't think I saw that. So I'll share. I don't know if it's real or not. Rick D is usually got the goods though. What's his name? Let me just look it up. Yeah, I don't think I saw it. So this might be floating around. I'm not sure if it's real or not, but this is what Rick is sharing. I've not seen it officially anywhere, but maybe it is real. I'm not sure. But thank you, Rick, for sharing that. We got Object Class Keeter says, hey, we're working on Watcher number 4. Congrats on a new real baby. Yeah, this one's going to be a physical baby. Yeah, with motions and bodily functions and noises and all the things. It's going to be a lot. Thank you for that, Object Class Keeter. Thanks for being here for 28 months. Amazing to have you. NY Renal says, congrats. It's Joey outside. Congrats. A good friend of mine is OBGN at Johns Hopkins in DC. Hey, NY, that's awesome. NY's a doctor in California, San Diego. That's awesome. Yeah, we're going to have to get out there and figure out exactly what the plan is, because we have a good guy we're working with here who we really like.
I know. The more appointments we keep having here, the more I like him. So
I know, he's good.
Thankfully, we have great insurance, and they have said as soon as we know where we're going to be living, they'll help us find our doctor in DC. But NY, we might be coming back to you for that name.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Object Class Keeter. Thank you, NY. Emperor Trajan is sharing Lady Banana and Rice, who is the Somali who just got arrested over the week and we saw was hawking loogies at federal agents and then claiming victim as always. Emperor Trajan. Oh, is this where Ilhan went? To the quality acting school? Wow. Quality acting school. Wow. That's where she got all her skills. Hey, Real Zhazhong. What's up, Real Zhazhong? Hey, congrats to you both and welcome to parenthood. One down, many more to come.
Yeah. We'll see.
That's the plan. Good to see you. Thank you, Real Zhazhong. Thank you for that. Very nice of you. Yeah. So you want to tell them about gender?
We are going to let it be a surprise. I have pretty much said from the moment that we found out that we're going to let it be a surprise. So that's the plan.
So we'll find out when the baby comes out.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be wild. Rainbow Rabbit Hole. Thank you for the nice dono. Rainbow Rabbit, very generous. Says, longtime lurker. Had to pop in to congratulate you all on your little blessing. Thank you, Rainbow Rabbit Hole.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. And we're excited to share it with you. I know it's, a little different, but it's going to be a big thing. And we're going to have a baby here. So it's part of our fam now. Coming soon. Hey, thank you again, Rainbow. Very nice of you. Spuds, hey, for sale, 1 Tesla, low mileage. We'll throw in hardly used treadmill Gee C-Star telescope to sweeten the deal. Needs money for a minivan and diapers. Hot tub is optional for the minivan.
Wow, you guys know us too well.
They know me very well, yeah. And all of my you forgot a couple things like a vertical grow tower and all sorts of other things. So, but Spuds, thank you for that. Yeah, things are going to change a little bit for sure. Won't be buying useless things anymore because we'll be buying diapers. Joe Maz, the only advice I can give, have as many as you can as soon as you can. My only regret is we didn't start sooner. Carrying around a colicky bowling ball in the middle of the night is a young man's game. Yeah, that sounds right. My mom said we were talking about babies last night. She said, you were colicky, Rob? You were big and colicky, just screaming all the time. I was like, has anything changed, really? Emperor Trajan. Okay, now this is one of the funniest things I've read in a couple days. From Tim Walls. Somebody said, or this is from Drunk Republican. Here's my fear. The feds move to arrest Walls for all this fraud stuff, but he gets tipped off and disappears into the woods, and they are unable to capture him due to his manly outdoor skills. Tim Walls would be dead in 5 minutes if he's out there. And I don't think that what we saw, remember he was running around with that shotgun over during the campaign. He was kind of embarrassing himself. Yep, apple cider vinegar helps. It might help brain function. So maybe Ilhan should actually have some more. This old guy says, wow, so happy for the two of you. And for us in the Watcher family. Thank you, this old guy. Congratulations, and thanks for letting us get into your family. When I get disgusted dealing with all the negative stuff in the world, God provides the blessings of a new life, and the world regains its equilibrium. Big smiles. Man, thank you, this old guy. That's such a nice comment. Yeah, and that's true. You know, things get pretty tense and get pretty serious here. But, you know, it's kind of part of the fun. It's part of it's part of life. And we're, like we've got purpose. We got people we love. We got a country we love. So we're in it for the fight. Thank you, this old guy. We're in it for the long haul and for the fight. Thank you. Really, really nice. Will Crump. Will the DOJ have the balls to file charges on the judge over his wife's employment and Ellison's video with Lemon saying First Amendment? I doubt it. Like if they're going to do file something against no, I doubt it. It's the DOJ. So they'll probably just go through he's indicted now. So they'll probably just go through the regular mechanisms is what I would suspect. Thank you, Will Crump, for the dono. Hey, the Veil. See, the Veil is here.
I know you're about to read that one. Do you see that?
This dono?
Yeah.
Oh, look who that is. I see who's here.
What's up, Poppy? Thank you for the dono.
We got
Nathan Lopez is my dad, y'all.
Papa of Alexis is in the house. Good to see you, sir. Welcome aboard. Thanks for the nice dono. We appreciate it. See the Veil. Hey, congrats you two. Your lives are on an adventure and it's going to be beautiful. Just remember, when there are cries in the night and in the day, the little one is getting sorted in this new journey. I think Geegum Geegum has me beat by a year, and I think we joined the same month, nearly the same day. Man, we love Geegum too, and we love you, the Veil. Thank you for being here. Thanks for sending that in. It's going to be a journey, no doubt. Hey, Elk Plow. What's up, Elk Plow? I'll be clear. During the last administration, if MAGA had gone into a rainbow church and disrupted it, everyone involved would have been in jail. Yeah, they would have called it, it would have been a conspiracy against rights, but that could be 10 to 20 years, right? They would have gone hog wild. They did. They went after all the face actors. We got people who it wasn't churches because they don't, they worship at the abortion clinics, but they sent them in. The pro-lifers went to an abortion clinic. They protested outside. They went to prison for years for that. Terry Selzik. What's up, Terry? Congratulations, Terry. Thank you for sending that. We're very excited about it. And thank you for the nice dono, Terry. We've got the Average Mountain Man. What's up? Congrats to both of you. The Watcher family continues to grow. Indeed. The Average Mountain Man, thank you very much. One new baby in the house. Rick D is here. Says Abby Lowell is on Jen Psaki's show this morning whining about how and where Don Lemon was arrested. So that's Don's lawyer, Abby Lowell, the same guy who represented Hunter and Bob Menendez, on with Jen Psaki. Hey, have 7 more, says Rob. Perfect.
That's amazing. I was scrolling, shorts last night, and there's a mom influencer that I follow, and they recently had another baby. It was their 6th. And their video was their little, she's a couple months old now, but the newborn on the bed, and they're like standing there all lovey, and they're like, oh, when you have a new baby, and then she looks at him and goes, let's have another.
After 7 or 6?
6.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. We're going to start with 1 and then just continue to see, how it goes.
My mom is one of 7, so there's precedent. Moho Hojo. What's up? Hey, congrats. Will we be having 2 a.m. shows? Probably. Yeah, probably.
I made a joke to Mama G yesterday. She was saying, Rob's life's going to kind of change. And I was like, yeah, there's probably going to be a day that I say to Rob, like, I need you to hold this child because I need to go take a nap. So if you all see a little black-haired baby on his chest during a stream one day, don't be surprised.
That's right. We got to get it done. We got business to attend to here. Baby or not. NY, hey, Locals doesn't do a count for me, but I was a YouTube member. Well, let's say I was hanging around almost 1 year before Rob's name change. What is that? Almost 6 years? Yeah, probably. I don't remember when that was exactly, but that's been a long time. Yeah. NY, you've been around for a long time. I think we had back during COVID, which is when we started back in 2020. So yeah, it's probably 6 years, 2020. Thanks for being here so long. We appreciate all the insight you've brought. As the doc, NY Renal in the house. Emperor Trajan, what's up? Congratulations to you two. Thank you, Emperor. We appreciate you and your memes always. Charles Ross, what's up? 7 months as a member. Thank you, Charles. 7 months, 2 more. We'll have a full baby here. Congratulations to the both of you. Charles Ross, 6689 in the house. Thank you, Charles. Mel Snare, 14 months as a member. Thank you, Mel. Man, so many awesome people. Thank you for supporting us all this time. Says, American flag, celebrations, adding to the Watcher fam. Amazing, Mel. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Neuro D, hey, congrats. Neuro D, modding the fort down for us. Congrats on the baby, Rob and Alexis. Luckiest baby ever. Peace and God bless. Thank you, Neuro D.
Thank you. That's really nice.
Neuro D helps out a lot around here and has good insight and can see the playing field accurately. Thank you, Neuro. We appreciate you. Newbie, congratulations. I'm a grandpa to four babies over there. It's a lot. 16 months as a membo.
I think 4 seems like a good number.
4's a good number.
There's a baby for every hand of ours, you know?
For every hand?
Yeah, you and I too
ours,
have hands.
Got it. So we can just carry all the babies.
They're not all going to be here at once, but like
6 packs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Adrienne Angivine, what's up? Congratulations. Hot tip from a native Washingtonian. This is great. Best hospital in DC is Sibley. Plan your house search accordingly. Other hospitals are just not as good. Seriously, write it down. It's called Sibley.
I know. I'm like, okay, I'm going to need to take a screenshot of this. I need to take a screenshot of NY's comment so we can come in with some requests.
Yeah, we'll definitely consider that because we were looking at that and there's a bunch of hospitals there and we don't know anything about that. So Adrienne Angivine, thank you. Great advice. We'll take it. Hey, what's going on in that kid's little belly? Chubby says, here's to help start the college fund. Man, Chubby, thank you very much. Very nice dono. Yeah, that's awesome. And we're thinking, like a Trump account too, because that's new. We can do a Trump account, baby.
I know. How long do those last? How many babies can we pump out in the time that those accounts are around?
Well, I don't know, 3 years until the Democrats maybe change something, but
okay, well,
we're going to win.
Start with one.
We're going to win. We're going to win. Definitely. Yeah. So good questions. Thank you, Chubby. Very nice of you to send that in. Very generous of you. We appreciate that. See the Veil. Robert Barnes is doing some work in DC throughout the year, I think. If true, perhaps you two can work up some itineraries for interviews and coverage of stuff. I can't count. So I joined on 2021, February 3rd. Man, See the Veil. So long. Such a long time. We've seen a lot. Like the country's gone through a lot. It's been a journey and an honor to go through it with you. Thank you, The Veil. Yeah, Robert Barnes. And that's the other thing too, is there's a lot of people who are just out there. So I'm thinking if we're there and, we have a show that we can just kind of skim off the people who are coming in. Like Barnes comes in, Viva comes in, right? Our friends come in to DC for other events. Hey, just come over real quick. Let's do a show. And I think we'll be a little bit more plugged in than we are up here in Prescott, or than really we could be anywhere else. And that's why I think it makes sense. So that's the motion that we're on right now. Ronette Brown says, God bless America. Amen to that. We are a nation of laws and the Democrats are nuts. They're nuts. It's true, Ronette. Fact check true. Hey, Jigum says, I don't have much money right now, but I'll be danged if I'm not going to contribute to the Alexis Saltine Cracker Fund. Says, how are you feeling? Been waiting for this day. What joy. We love you guys. Mama G must be so excited too. Love you guys. Fun baby gifts are certain to be coming. We know they are, Jigum. And Jigum, we're so grateful for you. Thank you for all the fun that you bring. Thanks for the memes. Jigum, of course, hacked our wrestling images account. So I was sharing those yesterday. Lots of fun. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. So we just crossed over to the second trimester, as you all can figure out based on the math. And I would say in my first trimester, primarily had like a couple weeks of being nauseous. And in January, had a couple weeks of being way more tired. So I've been navigating that, figuring that out. But overall, I think we're having a pretty great experience so far. I like the tone that it's setting as far as pregnancy goes. So that feels good. And yes, Mama G is very excited. All of our families are very excited. A couple weeks ago, we did a second reception party with extended family and friends. And we got to tell everyone there in person. And that just meant so much. So it's been a lot of love, a lot of great support the last couple of weeks. And we were really excited to get to come tell you guys, I think it was earlier this week, right? That maybe last week, that JD made the announcement that they were due in July. And Rob came upstairs and he's like, we're going to have to tell them soon.
Mm-hmm. Clock is ticking. Yep. Yeah, JD beat us to it, and I think they're also July, right? So they're also July. So they can go on play dates together too, our kids. So Tangent, hey, congratulations on the baby. Thank you, Tangent. And Jeegum, thanks again for that one. Tangent, congratulations on the baby. Thank you for the dono, Tangent. Thanks for being a membo and for supporting us. Being here for the new baby coming in soon. Villa Plot. Oh, look at us. Isn't that so cute, my love? Robin Alexis, I hope there's more and more of these great occasions. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you, Villa Plot. Thanks for letting us share it with you and for being excited for us because we're excited. Yeah, come on in. So the fam's here, coming on in. There's Mama.
Morning watchers, afternoon.
There's
whatever
Joey.
Time zone you're in. Here's JoJo.
All right, we got
Do you want to say good morning?
JoJo did his hair just for you guys.
And a nice shirt. Looking good.
He's got a nice movie shirt on.
Yeah.
And look at he's pumping his chest out for you. How strong he is.
Oh yeah, look at those muscles.
I say he looks a little bit like the Hulk.
A little bit.
A little bit.
For the Arnold.
Yeah, Rob and Lex were driving. They did their pregnancy test, and they sent me a text. They sent a text, and they showed me the results. And I swear Greg and I nearly crashed our car.
Oh, please.
We were just so excited, and we're just so happy for them. And look how happy they are. They're so happy. It's like a mom's dream to have a son find somebody he loves so much, so beautiful and sweet, and for them to be having a lovely baby together. It's really a blessing. So
I can't wait for that.
yeah, Joey says he's not quite ready to be an uncle yet, but
Nope.
it's not on his timing, right?
Nope.
Joey, do you want a boy or a girl?
Female.
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 Better.
Do you have a name picked out?
I don't know yet.
You're going to think about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, God bless you all, and thank you. Have a wonderful, blessed day today.
Love you, Mama.
Love you guys.
All right, Joe, anything you want to say? Any updates?
Oh, no, not yet.
Not yet? All right, cool.
Okay.
I'm going to sit over here.
All right, cool.
I'm not waiting for you.
All right, thank you guys. Love you guys.
Love you.
So that's the fam. Joey's in here, looking good. Looking good, looking sharp. Yeah, we're pretty excited. We're pretty excited. So thank you for that, my friends, and shout out to those of you who have met my mother. If you haven't, that's my mama, and that's my brother Joey. Torin Chad says, holy cow, it's been a while since I've been here. The end of 25, the beginning of 26 were rough. So much has happened with you guys. I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. It went fast. Yeah, we got married fast, and then we got pregnant very fast. Very fast. We're making moves. Thank you, Torin Chad. Thanks for being here for so long and for joining us on this one. Chris over at the border says, Spidey senses hit me Friday morning. Nothing you said, but my thought was there will be a baby soon and not the subscription kind. Yeah, the one that actually needs a diaper change. Yeah. And yeah, that's interesting. Crisis over at the border. And I've been wondering about that because there's been some commentary in the chat and stuff. I'm like, oh, they know. Oh gosh. So we're here. We're here. We did it. Thank you, Crisis. We got Rick D says Julie Kelly caught Judge Schlitz lying in his order. The violated court order he cites doesn't even exist. Habeas cases with order of non-compliance. January 24th, 2026 order. Man, shout out to Julie Kelly doing some digging on that. Thank you, Rick D. Christy Katz. Hey, congratulations, you two. Thank you, Christy. Another diaper dono. Yeah, so we're going to have a lot of diapers. Fortunately, though, you'll change them all.
He's so funny.
I know, I'm great. Hey, Nathan Lopez. That's Papa Alexis in the house. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. We had a nice lunch. What was that? Last week? This week?
Yeah, last weekend.
Last week. Great time. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for the dono. And congratulations on being a grandfather soon. Will Crump, what's up? That code is to get him thrown off the case. Okay, that was the other 28 U.S. code. So maybe like a conflict of interest or a notice for a change of judge or a recusal filing. Again, I think he's going to say that he doesn't have a conflict and that he has judicial discretion to make a decision like that. And so I'm not sure if he'll get thrown off the case or not, but he should be ashamed of himself. Same thing with Schlitz. They should be thrown off the case, but we'll see. Thank you, Will. LZ, diaper dono, $7 for 7 babies. $1 per baby. That's it. We love it. Thank you, LZ. We appreciate the dono. Very nice to see you here. Hey, Huge Baseball says, hello, I'm new to this channel. Who are you people? Well, hello, Huge Baseball. My name's Robert. I'm a criminal defense lawyer, not practicing anymore. Now we do a show called Watching the Watchers Live. And this is my beautiful wife, Alexis.
Hi.
And we're pregnant. Welcome to the channel.
So today's show, you're joining us at a little bit of a different agenda than what Rob's normally covering.
Yeah. Normally we cover political, legal matters, Supreme Court, judicial things. But now it's baby time for today. Will Crump, good to see you. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for the citation. We'll see. Of course, if they do file anything, we'll be here to cover it. The Rubos are here. Man, the Rubos over at rubossaltshop.com says, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Number 624 from the Rubos with the best prayers. Thank you, Rubos. Amen to that. We appreciate you. Hey, congratulations, Alexis and Rob. Mechatism. Welcome, Mechatism. Newest membo. Normally we do members only streams on Saturdays, but we did have a members only stream yesterday morning, Mechatism. So grab that one for sure. And thanks for joining up and supporting us. Our next members only stream will be back here Monday morning to get into it. Ashley's Cottage. Man, what's up, Ashley's Cottage? Great to see you. Congratulations on your first baby. Thank you. We're very excited about it. Indeed.
No words.
Yeah, it's hard even. That's the first baby. I know, it's real. Ashley's Cottage, thank you. Hey, Steady Eddie Drones. Congrats. Wishing you a happy and healthy journey. Winky face. That wink's a little bit concerning. I don't know exactly what that means, Steady Eddie, but we appreciate it. And you do drones? That's cool too. You do drones. Look at that. You got the gear on and everything. Very cool. Steady Eddie Drones. Man, awesome. Thank you for that, Steady Eddie. And we appreciate you being here. Chat with me. Hey, just getting on and so excited for your news. Read yesterday that conservatives' birth rate outperforms liberals by leaps and bounds. Hell yeah. Congratulations on being part of the positive statistics. I actually do feel that in a way. That feels kind of like minor compared to the fact that you're having a baby and like we're gonna have this like new life and be blessed with all, like that is one thing, but I also think that we have to outbreed the left, and that's another part of the reason of going to DC. It's like we need a surge of force on this place so that we can work together and expand our network, right? And watching what we saw this past week with the left, really I think hardened that idea that you got to have connection if you're going to have longevity and strength. And so this is the time for us to build out those networks and to really kind of elevate these things up, because they're doing it in overtime. They've got spreadsheets. They've got lieutenant governors in their signal groups. So we got to step it up. And that's the plan. Yeah. Thank you for that, man. Chat with me. Very nice. And like, depopulation and the population numbers and all of it. It's important. Chat with me. Thank you. Don Fowler, what's up? 9 months. That's a new baby. Congrats in the house. Congrats to us, our virtual baby, and to our new baby. Don, thank you, Don, for being here. 9 months. That's a long time. Shelly Cordell, what's up, Shelly? New supporter, Shelly. Amazing to see you. We'll see you again back here on Monday morning as well. We appreciate you joining up. Acoustic Theory says, there will be humbling moments as a parent, but I don't think you'd trade it for the world. Yeah.
That really resonates. I was journaling the other day and just reflecting, thinking we're going to get to learn so much alongside this little nugget. And I'm grateful to get to do that. But I'm sure it will show us our next upper limits, those humbling moments. And hopefully we just navigate them with grace and compassion and rely on the guidance around us, and we'll be okay.
Yeah, and then we'll just come ask you what to do about all this. How do we fix this? So thank you for that. Yeah, good comment. And Acoustic Theory. I'm sure it is. I know we're going to make mistakes, but we're going to raise this baby with lots of love. Jack Mack, what's going on? 5 membos. Jack, so nice of you to do this. Welcome, new friends. Godzilla says, there's going to be less lives when the baby comes. which might be true, but we're gonna try to keep this train on track. As best we can. Elf, what's up? Good to see you. We got Robert the Great, Collector's Digest, El Cali's here. Magoose, welcome. South of North, all gifted membos courtesy of Jack Mack in the house. Thank you, Jack, for bringing new friends in. See you guys on Monday. Hey, and Data's in the house. Says congratulations. Thank you, Data. Very nice of you to say that. Watching over on Rumble. We appreciate you watching over there. Facts Matter, what's up? 41 months as a membo. Says, yay, congrats. Thank you, Facts Matter. Yeah, thank you for that. 41 months, that's a long time. And yeah, I think I saw this one. New life, they grow up fast, enjoy every minute. Acoustic says, not having all the answers is part of the fun. Yeah, it's part of the journey. Try to figure it out as we go. All right, let's say hello to some locals comments. And then I think Joey is like antsy to get over here. And so.
Do you want my seat? Oh, that was a head nod.
Yeah, we'll wrap and then we'll bring Joey on.
Okay.
And so on locals, let's see what we got. Joey's over there. Give me the side eye. Hello. What's going on over there? You're taking a long time. All right, so locals. We had a couple of comments over here. Man, so many congratulations. Thank you, guys. How fun. Sandra Beasley. What's up, Sandra? Says, exciting. Sua Sponte. Good to see you. Super excited for your announcement. Thank you, Sua Sponte. You guys are awesome. We got Patriot Alpha. Says, I know the Gouveia news. Expecting a Bambino/Bambina. Coming soon. It's going to be one of those two. Sadie, if this is about the baby announcement, isn't Mama going to be devastated if you move to Washington, D.C.? Well, I think so. I think we're going to make a very strong effort to stay very connected while we're out there. So we'll be flying them out. We'll be flying back out. And, I think we'll have a lot of support. We were talking about that yesterday. It's going to be a little bit harder, but I think we're going to make it work great. And this is a good time to go, right? When the baby's, I think, is young, and we have this season, the National Guard's out there in DC, like it's safe. Like if we're going to go, I think this is a good time. Jay Hodges, I think Rob is running for Attorney General. Yeah. In Arizona to beat Chris Mays. Or maybe I should throw my hat in the ring in the Senate. Yeah. Sadie, you give me the giggles with all our cute and funny idioms. I love how you handled shookened. I like that a lot better than shaken. Did I say shookened? Yeah. You must have kept your teachers muffling their laughter. Not me. I would have been cracking up. Shookened? Well, some words just have a better feel to them. They just kind of come out like molasses spilling out of your mouth. Hey, what's up? There's a cat who just got removed from being anti-Semitic. What? Mr. Lemon, have to ask you, were Don Lemon under oath? Was he being anti-Semitic? Well, it was a Christian church. I don't think he would do the same thing to a Jewish synagogue. I don't think he would even think of it. Miss Lucky says, congratulations. Sergeant Bob was correct. Nailed it. Sergeant Bob knew. Well, he is a sergeant, He's got enhanced observational skills. Hey, Sadie, your Mama G's best birthday, as it will come after. Yeah, Mama is July 4th birthday. Right after. Coming soon. Hey, Kincaid. What's up, Kincaid? Good to see you again. I'm so happy for you all. Prayers and good fortune. Thank you, Kincaid. Thanks for being a member over on Locals and jumping in the chat. Oh, we got some other donos over from Rumble. Thank you, NeuroD. Thank you for sharing these. Data, congratulations. Data 12, thank you, Data, on Rumble. Mojo Hojo. 2 a.m. shows, probably. Joe Maz with some advice. Yeah, have them a lot because it's a young man's game. And I'm not that young anymore, so got to pick my energy levels up. Joe Maz, huge congrats. Thank you, Joe Maz. And NeuroD, thank you for clipping those over on Rumble. And Rumble friends, thanks for watching us over there. Your daughter's J-Ma is July 25th. That's like right around ours. Wow. So lots of babies coming soon. Uncle Joey. Hello, Joey, says Sadie. Rule says congratulations. Thank you, Rule 62. Amy Ann, congrats, Rob and Alexis. You all are going to be fantastic parents. How's Mama G taking it? Well, Amy, I think you just saw her. I think she's pretty dang excited. Everybody's excited. And yeah, we sent them, because they were just coming out of church, and we sent them
the picture of the pregnancy test, and they called us within 60 seconds.
And we're just screaming on the phone. It was great. Trudy, big congratulations to you both. Thank you, Trudy. We appreciate you being here. All babies are beautiful. but yours will be extra special, gorgeous, and you will be awesome parents. Thank you, Trudy. We hope so. We certainly hope so. Yeah, we're praying for that and praying for guidance and all the things. So thank you, Trudy. Hey, we got the Tesla comment. Hot tub optional. Thank you, Spuds. And Trudy says, you know, it's pretty simple. World War II fought socialism in Nazi Germany in 1945. My family died for your freedom. No, the liberals think, now they think it's a good idea again. How dare they? Yeah. You'd think they would have learned from mass death that Stalin caused or Mao caused or Adolf caused, but they don't. They want more authoritarian rule because that's how they consolidate and maintain their power. Just another Albertan says, wonderful. Don't forget to look after my half dozen or so. So you're just going to send them all over and you're done? Shift change. Now it's party at the Gouveias. Good to see you, Rick. Thanks for being here. Hey, yeah, here's a link. Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. Yeah, there's a list right on the internet. It's important to understand the tactics they use. These rules are reported many places online, but they are repeated here for completeness of this collections. Yeah, hey, Trudy saying, Joe, you look like a Hulk, man. Says you're very tall, said Trudy. Pretty nice. Jay Hodges, okay, congrats you two. Remember, when the babies are driving you nuts, grandbabies are the trophy at the end. We have 14 of them, and it's awesome. Thank you, Jay Hodges. Yeah, I think my mom is kind of feeling where you're at right now. She's like, finally, gosh.
Yeah, my dad said the same thing. He was like, I'm excited for you guys to have to be the disciplinaries and I just get to spoil the kid. I'm like, okay, we're looking forward to you getting to experience that as well.
Yeah, it's great. All right, so Jay Hodges, thank you for that. 14, congrats to you and your family. That's awesome. Orion's Fire, so excited for your baby news, man. Thank you, Orion's Fire. Thanks for being a membo over on Locals for a year. Very awesome to have you there. And friends, so awesome. And here we got a couple other comments that came in. Hey, Patty Rod, what's up? Jason Trades, also in the house. Man, we got some really nice donos. Thank you, guys. Jack Mack, thank you for that. Facts Matter, good to see you. Congrats. Jason Trades 4X, 20 months as a membo. Says, so happy to have a sibling to my almost 3 babies. Yes, amazing. Jason Trades, I know. We're all getting a new sibling, a new baby. Good to see you, Jason. Thanks for being here for 20 months. Really awesome. Patty Rod, hey, from one Rob baby mama to a real live Rob baby mama. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's
Thank you,
great.
Patty Rod.
You have so many babies in the world.
I know. She's learning about all these babies. She's like, wait a minute. What's going on over on this show? Tobo, happy new generation. Watchers have the green light to multiply. We have to. We have to reclaim America. We have to lift weights, eat well, and have babies. And doing well, keep her stress levels low. I think we're working on that. We're doing that pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too.
Things have been pretty even keeled. Here's this very handsome. What is this? What would you call that?
It looks like it's in the woods. So like my first thought would be a squirrel.
It looks kind of bigger than a squirrel. What is that? What kind of creature is that? We need help. Sweet. Hey, Sweet Potato. Hey, congrats you two. Thank you, Sweet. Very nice dono. Sending all the love and well wishes for Mama especially. You're carrying the future.
I know. It's a lot of responsibility that continues to sink in.
And Sweet I think you just had another baby, right? So not long ago. So you're raising them on your own. You're raising the future with us, Sweet. And we thank you for doing that. Thanks for being a member too. And thank you for the nice dono. Very nice to have you here. Joey's over there. Mark. Hey, Mark. Congrats. Mine are grown and put out of the house. It was a great journey, though. Hope yours will be just as rewarding. Thank you, Mark. Well, congrats on raising a beautiful family. Glad everybody's healthy and well. And maybe you're waiting for grandbabies, too. Who knows? Thank you, Mark. Facts Matter. Diaper money. Thank you, Facts Matter. We'll use it because it's going to be a lot of that going on, I'm sure. More than I think I even know. Thus We Stand. What's up? Hey, 5 membos, 5 subs over on Rumble. Thank you, Thus We Stand. Thank you for doing that. Very awesome of you to send that in. And my friends, I think that's where we'll leave it on the day. It's been a beautiful stream. Joey has a thing to say or something.
Can't wait to say, Rob, put the mic down and pick up the baby.
Can't wait to say, Rob, put the mic down and pick up the baby. Put down the mic and pick up the baby.
It's coming. Okay, watchers, Joey's going to take my seat. And I just want to say thank you again. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. And for the opportunity to share this with you. It means a lot. And we love you guys. So thank you.
Thank you,
See you
baby.
next time.
Love you, Mama.
Love you.
All right, Joey in the house.
What's up, dudes?
Come on in here, buddy.
What's up, yo?
All right, what's the lowdown? What's the latest? What are we talking about today?
I'm just talking about. Whoa, sorry, hold on. I need to fix that up.
How's like that?
Thanks. So, if you have problems with better friends and like, but if your girlfriend have problems, right? I have mine too. My ex-girlfriend, Claire, she is not that good girlfriend for me at all. If you have problems, come tell me. I might fix it for you. Wives, girlfriends, girlfriend's friends, and Tiffany. Because I told her she's like a terminator. I told her that Mom keeps saying that to me. Stop calling her too much a while.
So relationship stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, it can be a little bit complicated, huh? Girlfriends.
Yes, I do.
And you had a breakup?
Yeah, we broke up 2025 after Christmas is over. I found someone else, and it's David Douglas. It's just my other girlfriend I wanted.
Well, sometimes it's good to be single too, for a little bit.
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you can work on yourself and, work on your work on your movies, work on your logos. Take care of yourself, exercise,
Yeah, because what's your favorite superhero? Just give me all the names.
Okay, so you're asking the chat. You want to know what their favorite superhero is?
Yeah, just give me names.
All right, so just names. We want favorite superheroes. If you have any, we're looking at the best superheroes in America.
Yep.
If anybody wants to throw some names in, see what we got. Let's see what people like out there. All right, let's read some of these. If I can find the chat. Where did it go? It's over here. All right, so let's see. Any names coming in? Oh, yeah, okay, so here we go. Boom, here's the chat. Oh, ooh, we got some good ones. Okay, so Nemo Los Angeles. We got G. Greg's Chow. We got Batman. So Batman's on the list. Glenn Whelan. Glenn Whelan says Superman. Couple Supermans.
Just give me a second, Rob. Superman, Chris Reed, he died like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He fell off a horse. It smacked his neck. He died after that. And last week ago, Carrie, I don't even remember her name is again.
An actress?
Yeah, like actor from the Beetlejuice. Nightmare Before Christmas. It's Carrie Howard. She died. Her blood comes to his heart. She died. California, L.A.
Oh, the woman last night from what movie was that?
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. She died yesterday,
The
right?
actor, yes.
Yes.
I heard about that because it's hard. You're losing actors.
Yeah, it's hard.
Crow Howard, Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton died?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, man, I didn't know that. From Twister, right?
Yeah, Twister, yes, because my Mickerson's family is listening too.
Oh, yeah? Joey's best friend's family, they're listening right now?
Yes.
Wow, let's say shout out to Timmy.
Timmy boy.
Shout out to Timmy.
Yeah. And my last podcast, I'll go to Orlando, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Big photo, baby.
Your 40th birthday is coming up this September. When is it?
20th.
The 20th. And what are you doing for it?
I'm going to Orlando, Florida. We're celebrating my big photo. I'll go to Hip Hop Land, the Doggy Alley, and where's your bank?
You're going to Harry Potter, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's going to be fun.
Mama going to hear it too.
Yeah.
I love you, Mama.
We love Mama.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Well, what else? Any other updates for your fans?
I love my fans because you had trouble boyfriend, girlfriend, and wives. tell me or text me my number.
Okay.
321-4715. Call me or text me about it.
Okay. All right. So he's saying if you have any relationship problems at all, he can help you solve those because he just
Yeah.
went through a breakup and he's working through it and you're doing great.
Yeah, I got trauma cemetery found station. All my friends, I'm shouting out to them because they causes this drama because Sam is my ex-girlfriend. She's causes her name's Gouveia. She keeps calling me like 6 times. I don't
I know. All
freaking
I know.
care about it.
It's a lot of phone calls. They can kind of get nuts, right?
Yeah, stop calling me so much.
All right.
Help me.
All right. So, man, that was such a good update.
Yes.
What else do you have to say before we wrap it up?
I just thinking of something.
All right. Think of something. Think of something good.
Yeah. I have new vendors that Doomsday's coming out. Robert Downey Jr. is gonna be in it.
He is? I thought he died.
No, he died like last film.
They're going to bring him back?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, call me if you have problems, go for problems.
All right. Give him a call. If you need any problems, my friends, that's Joey G in the house.
Schwarzenegger over here.
Joey Schwarzenegger sometimes.
Swipe my face. All my Terminator movies, please.
He loves those face swaps. I think Jigen did a bunch of those. John did some of those too. Thank you for those. He loves those.
Do some more, John.
Do some more. John,
I love it, man.
he loves you.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to eat.
All right. Go eat some food, man. Is it breakfast time?
Yeah, by now.
All right. Let's go get some breakfast, man. Great job on the show. You nailed it.
Always, I'll be back.
You'll be back. Great job, man. You nailed it. So good. My friends, that's my brother Joey in the house. And thank you for letting us share some time with you today. And thank you for joining us on the big life update news. We got a new baby coming soon, July. Woo! Coming in quick, my friends. And so it's been just a beautiful stream. Thank you for spending time with us. Thank you for letting us share that with you and for supporting us. Hey, man, I saw some other donos come in. Diaper Money, Thus We Stand, Dove7, so happy for you. Thank you, Dove. We're really excited, as you can tell, too. Elk Plow, what's up for diapers, Elk Plow? Man, thank you guys for those. We're going to be buying lots of diapers, no doubt about it. Good times. Hey, thank you. Yeah, damn lefty. Such a good family. I feel so blessed. I'm really, really a lucky boy. Dove, hey, trying to write Robert, your name is a superhero and misspelt your last name. Sorry. Oh, it's a complicated one. Yeah, it's a complicated one. So didn't even notice it, Dove. Thank you, though. Really, thank you for that. Batman. I'm privy to Batman, if I have to say anything. Trudy, I used to swoon over Christopher Reeve. All the ladies loved him. And says breakups can be hard, but life is like a book. Some people are one chapter and others more. Yeah, Wonder Woman, amazing. Just Another Albertan, been around since 2019, man. That's a long time. Just Another Albertan. You've already been. You already have mine been. Running around since 19, amazing. Wonder Woman. Yeah, Wonder Woman. So many good comics, and there were so many good superheroes. I saw also Spawn was another one that I saw in there. Good times indeed. All right, so my friends, once again, thanks for being here. Thanks for letting us share all this with you. Damn Lefties, 3 months, such a good family. Thank you, Damn Lefties. I know I'm a lucky boy. Born a Hawkeye says, Born a Hawkeye. Thank you, Born a Hawkeye. Says, I literally just came into the stream and hit the end of Joey meeting me. It was amazing. I want to hear more. And if he left, I'll have to rewind. Love you, Joey. He did. He left. He went to go eat. I think that they're cooking some breakfast up there. So hash browns and sausages. It's like he can smell that from the next zip code over. Where are they? And he can just go identify and consume. Born a Hawkeye. Thank you for that. Yeah. Sorry we missed you. But Joey, man, he's got a lot of updates, little relationship news, little Christopher Reeves update. We learned about that actress who passed away. May she rest in peace. What else? Avengers coming soon. Robert Downey Jr. will be back. So good times. Good times. But my friends, let us leave it here. It's been a beautiful Saturday stream. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for all the congratulations and all the love. We're really grateful to be a part of this, to be a part of a community of amazing people to be doing the work that we're doing together, to be connecting the way that we're connecting. It's really a privilege and an honor. So thank you for that. We're excited about a baby. We'll have a new baby here soon. Like Simba on The Lion King. And that's going to be a good time. And we're looking forward to it. But we'll pause here for the Saturday. Hopefully you've got something fun scheduled for the weekend. You're doing something relaxing or exciting or enjoyable to rejuvenate that body, that spirit, that soul, that mind. Rehabilitate whatever needs to happen, because we're going to come back on Monday and get into it again. Shiloh. Thank you, Shiloh. A baby watcher? What a blessing. Congrats. So happy for you and the family. If Joey has a February birthday, we're birthday month twins. Happy early birthday, Joey. No, he's in September. Yeah. So a little ways to go. But yeah, Harry Potter, 40th birthday. It's going to be a good one. Good stuff. Okay, so my friends, let us leave it here. It's a beautiful Saturday. We're going to also go see Melania. So we're going to eat breakfast, and then we're out the door. We're going to go see Melania, and we'll debrief that coming back on Monday. We'll see how it is. Of course, we're expecting it to be good. But we'll pause here for the day. Once again, thanks for being here. Thanks for being members. We're going to come back on Monday. Thanks for being just here, for being subscribers wherever you're watching this. Thank you for sending in the donos, for the love and all the well wishes. We'll be back for advice, I'm sure, no doubt about it, and we'll take it. But until we're back here on Monday, I hope that your weekend is absolutely outstanding. You're doing something fun and exciting, spending time with family, friends, the people that you love, rejuvenating, restoring, and returning on Monday. Because we're coming back here to get into it again. And in order to do that appropriately, we are going to need to see you right back here so that together, with your help, we can shine that big, beautiful spotlight of accountability and transparency down upon our system with the hope of finding justice. Make it a great weekend, my friends. A beautiful night. We'll see you right back here on Monday. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, my beautiful friends. Now it's that time where the stream must end. We brought the heat with every chat and line. Together we exposed corruption. One more time we dove in the truth where the media hides. Lit up the lies with receipts on all sides. The fight isn't over, but we made them sweat. We ain't done yet, no, not just yet. Because together we are watching the watchers. Truth on our side. Watching the watchers. We won't be denied. Watching the watchers. Eyes open wide. Fighting for freedom with nothing to hide. Drop a like and don't forget to share. And bring a friend who's ready to care. Tomorrow's lies are just today's news, but here we see through